Hi everyone, welcome to our unit on protractors and angles. So let's talk about types of angles today. So, types of angles. When are you ever going to use angles in real life? Often on home improvement projects, we use angles. So when we are putting in floor, tile, installing doors or windows, putting up a wall, making stairs, etc. Most of those, you want them to be 90-degree angles, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Sometimes you have an old house and they didn't do that type of angle when they did them. So it comes up a lot in those types of projects. One tool that you use in these projects is called a speed square. It is a triangle, but if you put two of these together, it makes a square. And it has this 90-degree angle right here that it's the main use for it. So we can make a 90-degree angle on any surface and then easily have that angle to use. We can do other angles with it as well, but that's its main use, is the 90-degree angles. Also, when you're laying out a design, so in a house, like we said, a cake, if you want each layer to be nice and square, each one is 90 degree to each other. Sets of stairs, a deck, an entire building, all of those layouts, you want to carefully look at angles to make sure everything's going to line up correctly. Have correct angles in it, and then bakers and cooks with those cakes again, wanting everything to look just right. So types of angles, you've probably heard of a lot of these before. A little bit of a review on them. Acute angles. Usually look a little bit smaller, something like that. An obtuse angle is one that measures more than 90 degrees. An example could be like 154. And it's going to be a bigger angle, something like this. A right angle is an angle that measures exactly something like this. Very often there will be a little square in the corner. That symbol means that that is 90 degrees. A straight angle is an angle that measures exactly 180 degrees. So it's like two 90-degree angles put together. And when we do that, we actually just end up making a straight line. So that is called a straight angle. A complementary angle of 90 degrees. So for example, 40 degrees and 50 degrees. When I add those two angles together, I get 90, so that makes them complementary. And then our last vocab word is supplementary angles. Those are angles that have a sum of 180 degrees. So again, they add up to 180. All right, for some examples here, we're going to state whether the angle is acute, obtuse, right, or straight. So this one's actually labeled for us. It says it's 45 degrees. 45 degrees is less than 90, making this acute. And it's a cute little angle. It's a smaller angle. So that means it's acute, less than 90. This angle right here. If diagonal, you can move it like this so that you have this flat, if that helps you visualize it. If you would rather even look at it like this, you can. Either way, we need to decide what type of angle this is. Is it less than 90, more than 90, exactly 90? 90 degrees would look more like this, going straight up from where that bottom angle is. And now if I look, I'm like, okay, if this is 90, it's got a little bit extra. that means it's more than 90, which is an obtuse angle. This angle right here, if I look at this, this looks like it goes straight up and makes a nice little corner. So I would complementary. If one is 50, what is the other? Okay, I'm remembering complementary means adds to 90. So if one is 50, I gotta think 50 plus what is 90? That missing number is 40. So that missing degree is 40 degrees. Go ahead and do the rest of this lesson. So that's going to be 9 and 10. Actually, 11 and 12 too. Lots of example problems for this. So 5 through 12, please start questions if you're interested. Go ahead and pause the video and do that. Alright, if you're ready to check your answers, here's what you should get for 5 through 8. Make sure you actually do these problems and don't just copy. So here's 5 through 8. And then here are 9 through 12. If you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a great day.